It's magic, an antenna, a collection of electronic parts, and I'm talking across the world. Hello, I'm Paul Gatchik, Whiskey 6 November Echo Alpha, and I'm here to talk about amateur radio. Amateur radio is many things to many amateurs. For some, it's kit building, making your own radio from classic analog parts, resistors, capacitors, transistors. For others, it's supporting emergency services during a crisis, or actually better still, a public event like a marathon. But for us, it's about contesting. Virtually any day of the week, and most weekends, you can find a contest virtually somewhere globally. Generally, they follow a similar theme. Make as many contacts as possible in a fixed period, overlaid onto some kind of regional geography. That could be across all European countries or closer to home, each and every US state, from Maine to Florida, from California to Washington. This contest, the California QSO Party, is typical of many state-centric events. For out-of-state players, the goal is to make as many contacts with Californians operating in each and every one of the 58 counties. And for in-state participants like ourselves, it's about making as many contacts spread across the 50 US states and the 8 Canadian provinces just north. This is the 58th year. Participation is high. Maybe the stakes are high. This is the story of 3 fellas, a Jeep, a TV van, and an 8,000-foot mountain. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, guys, so who's who here?
That's Scott in 6MI.
Okay, and you are?
Scott in 6MI.
So he's telling the truth?
Yes.
That's
right.
good, okay. And who's this guy?
That's what you asked.
Well, it is. And who's he?
I'm Drew in 78.
Do we know
Do
him?
you have your initials in your call sign?
I do.
Seriously? I've heard that's a very California thing. I personally wouldn't do it because my call sign is Mike 0 Sugar November Alpha, which is not my name.
Excuse me.
Yes.
W6PN.
Oh yeah, you're right, PNG. Okay, right.
What's your middle name?
Nicholas.
Oh!
Hello there.
There is a procedure here. Gotta get them all. Lots and lots of microwave, and our operating location is just a little bit further down here. Scott takes the high point. I get relegated to further down the hill because I'm a junior member, and I think Drew parks between the two. All right, where am I going? Am I doing this right? I think I'm coming up this way. Yeah, I guess so. Guess I go down here, they're up there. Designated parking. How cool can that be?
Fraser Mountain is a great location. It's about an hour north of Los Angeles, off of Interstate 5. It's in the Los Padres National Forest in Ventura County. And as you could see from the video before, the drive up is actually pretty easy over dirt roads. The views are great. Sunrises can be spectacular. The weather in October can be very pleasant. And compared to my first year doing CQP in 2020 in the Mojave Desert, this is a fantastic place to be. Much nicer than down in the flatlands where it can be way too hot. Drew, this is the boxes story. So apparently Scott's got a little thing going on with boxes.
Yes,
can you
he's
shed some
got
light on it?
Many boxes, and they are spread out now and deployed, ready to yield their contents.
All right, let's have a quick look at these boxes here. So I don't know, there's some yellow boxes. Any idea what's in there?
Well, let's take a look. I don't know.
Yeah.
Antenna analyzers.
Cool.
Antenna analyzer and backup antenna analyzer.
All right. And over there?
Red box. Rotator controller.
So this is almost like a portable HRO. You know, this is HRO on Fraser Mountain.
Plus REI, because we've got 2 tents.
Okay.
Belt and suspenders.
Yeah.
Rotator cable.
All right. Doing a flyover of Scott's box collection, which is impressive. I think he's got more boxes, volumetric or whatever, than I've got space for in my Jeep. But anyway, he has a lot of boxes. A lot of boxes.
Are you giving us the finger there?
The middle finger, baby.
Okay, anything else?
That's it.
And the man in charge of everything is here. His name is Captain Bobitz.
How come you woke me up so early?
You know, I knocked on your door at 3:30 and no one answered. I figured you weren't home.
Juice?
Yeah, that's good.
This is the coffee maker that you'll want.
Oh.
At 8,000 feet, this does not cook right away. It's sensitive.
Uh-huh.
About 5 minutes later, we'll have 1 cup of coffee. But
Okay, all right.
it's fresh.
Yeah. And as
It's a Keurig.
the bishop says, it's free.
That's free to you.
Scott, is there anything you want to tell me about food groups?
Well, the most important food group early in the morning is donuts.
Okay. And,
Without donuts,
yeah.
you can't win a contest.
And what exactly is a donut?
Well,
Okay, we're going to have a look. We have donuts. This is this trip's donuts. These all look fantastic. And where'd they come from?
came from, well, the market. But
The market.
it's
Okay.
green.
Okay, look at those donuts. Each one an American gem. All right, it is about 8:45 on Saturday morning, CQP, and try to set this up such that we'll get video here of the K3 and the monitor over here, the you know, for the pan adapter, and hopefully this will work.
Hello.
So QRZ. Kilowatt 5 Delta X-ray radio number 40 Ventura Victor Echo November Tango.
Whiskey 6 Echo California QSO Party.
There you go. And how many have you been to?
I don't know how many of these I've done.
That many?
I've done a few.
Yeah?
No, I just don't count very well.
Yeah. And any memorable CQPs? That's a long thought there. The 2200 contacts that we got were very weighted towards the high bands. That's something you'd actually expect at this point in cycle 25, given that 10 meters and 15 meters tend to perform a lot better than they would have done, say, 5 years earlier. And if you look at our performance on 15 and 10 meters, that's for us the money bands. We pretty much got an equal number of contacts for Morse code CW as we did for voice, which is great. We both have pretty good antennas, which helps. We're both obviously running 500 watts on those bands. They tend to be easier bands also because there's a lot more available spectrum, so you can spread out. You're not sort of on top of each other in terms of competing with other operators in the contest. That's certainly the case with 20 meters, although we did pretty well on 20 meters. But as daylight runs out and we begin to depend on 40 meters and 80 meters, then things began to favor Scott's station. I don't actually have an 80 meter antenna on the voice station, so we pretty much got 0 on that front. But Scott brought in a good enough number of 80 meters to make that worthwhile. Once the contest is over, we submit our logs and the CQP team
analyzes those, compares them to other logs, and our 2200 dropped down a little bit. I mean, we had about 50 busted calls for different reasons, but nevertheless, we still did remarkably well. We set a new record for Ventura County, which is always fun. And within our category, which was County Expedition Multi-2 High Power, we came in number 2 behind an exceptionally seasoned team, Kilowatt 6 Mike, who have been coming down from Oregon, I think for pretty much the last 10 years. They operate in Modoc County, which is actually one of the smallest and certainly the smallest populated county up in the northeast of California. They have 6 ops, obviously running 2 stations, but they got 20% higher than us, did great. We all got our 58 melts, which is each of the US states and all of the Canadian provinces. So all in all, we are super thrilled with our performance, and a fun time was had by all.
This video clip's going to go on forever.
Hey, we're going to go on forever. That's the story, isn't it? We're going to be nice old men, and we're going to be 150, and we're going to be doing CQP,
God, I hope so.
CQP 2078 or something. I don't know. Anyway, night-night, everyone.